Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. So now let's go to Glendale, Arizona, where Jim and Phil have the call.
Redskins, Seahawks, coming up from the home of Super Bowl 49, the University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona.
Phil, you get to the Super Bowl. You have that extra week off, and then you have all the scrutiny. All the insane amount of publicity. It's got to be draining before the big game.
No, Jim, you know better than that. You and I laugh about it all the time. These players love it. You can't talk about them enough. What do you think about me? Tell me more. We love it. So they can't wait to get a chance to go out there and play today and see who's the best.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance and Phil Simms here in Arizona getting set for Super Bowl 49. Last time the Super Bowl was here was a wild one with the Giants beating the undefeated at the time New England Patriots. Maybe we've got another good one like that in store today.
I think we have a wild one in store again today. Both coaches are willing to take chances. They are daring. Sit in your seats for the kickoff.
Now we go down to field level as Danielle Bellini has more on today's matchup.
Thanks, Jim. This Super Bowl can be a very distracting time for players and coaches. So I asked what team been dealing with all the distractions during this run up to Super Bowl 49. While they all admitted, yes, it's easy to get caught up in the media attention, they tell me they've been 100% focused on this game tonight. And guys, they all know what a special night this is, and they want to make the most of it by coming out with a win. Back to you.
Thanks, Danielle, and now we'll go to the field.
The Seahawks are back deep, ready to return to kickoff.
Ty Forbath now in position to get this game started with the opening kick. It out to about the 27 before he's taken down. Wilson's heading on to the field. He'll be leading the Seahawks today. The Redskins come out in a dime package. Wilson from the shotgun, getting away from the pressure.
A near interception that time by Merriweather.
Keep an eye today on Zach Miller.
Yeah, Zach Miller, not a speed tight end in the NFL, but smart, crafty, and has good size. So he'll find a way to make some catches.
Wilson's taking off.
A near interception that time by Hall.
Now for the defensive starters. He's gotten better every year in this league since coming out of Grambling State in 2006. Jason Hatcher.
Well, you want to force on the inside. Jason Hatcher is one of those guys. He can stop the run, strong enough to hold up against the offensive lineman, and also quick enough to find ways to get to the quarterback.
And it's a fake. They're running a fake. Eyeing that left side. Almost intercepted that time. Coming into the huddle, the second overall pick in the 2012 draft out of Baylor University, Robert Griffin, or as everyone calls him these days, RG3. The Redskins from the 27. And that's McDaniel in on the stop. Second down coming up. Nickel formation here for the defense. Griffin from the gun. And he's forced to the ground.
That's what you call pressure. When everything around the quarterback, they're all at his feet. The offensive linemen are around him. He sees the arms of the defensive linemen all reaching for him. There's nothing he can do but fall to the ground.
RG3 from the gun. And he's going to be dumped. And that's a 3-and-out.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on third down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on third down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
Puts it through the uprights. Needed plenty of leg on that one.
Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should carry over for you for the rest of the game.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24.
They face first down.
And Richardson's a receiver in the slot. Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Almost intercepted.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage in situations like that.
Second down following that incompletion.
The Seahawks come to the line of scrimmage and empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide.
An ear interception that time by Merriweather.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted, and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on this break?
The Seahawks have it at the 24. Airing it out.
An ear interception that time by Merriweather.
The defense did an awesome job that time. They had the right defense call, and that time the defender almost picked off the pass. Good job by the defense.
The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. Incomplete, almost going in the other direction.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
First and 10.
RG3 and PG connect on that one. Pierre Garçon. How you perform it. Let's go down to the field for the latest, and here's Danielle Bellini.
Thanks, Jim. This Super Bowl can be a very distracting time for players and coaches. So I asked both teams, how have you been dealing with all of the distractions during this run up to Super Bowl 49? While they all admitted, yes, it's easy to get caught up in the media attention, they tell me they've been 100% focused on this game tonight. And guys, they all know what a special night this is, and they want to make the most of it by coming out with a win. Back to you.
Danielle, thank you very much. Now we'll go to the field.
The Redskins are back deep, waiting for the kick.
And Stephen Hauschka looks set now to kick it away.
Stephen Hauschka ready for the kickoff.
He had nowhere to go, and they deck him at the 16-yard line. All eyes on Robert Griffin III as he takes the field. It was a rough season a year ago after an electrifying rookie year in 2012.
They come to the line, and it's first down.
Griffin III will have it in the pistol. And Morris is going to secure the handoff. Chancellor's all over that offense and brings him down. Taking a look at this offense now. One of the best north-south runners in the league today is Alfred Morris.
Alfred Morris, how about this? A 6th-round draft pick out of FAU. Now every team in the NFL is hoping they can find gold in the 6th round at the running back position.
The defense gets the sack.
It is without a doubt the worst place to get pressure up the middle on the quarterback. It happened that time, and he did the right thing. Just take the sack.
Griffin in the shotgun formation.
He'll fire it out to the left.
Makes the reception.
Defensive.
You
knew this was going to happen, and the coach disagrees with the call on the field. They're going to take another look at this one to try to determine if it was an accurate spot.
Well, Jim, when there's a challenge on spotting the football, what they're doing when they go to replay, they're trying to see it has to be clear. In other words, it can't be they're not going to move it 1 inch or something like that. They have to have a spot on the field where they clearly can see that the spot was not right for them to change where it was spotted.
Let's see what he can do here. And he's brought down right at the 43. First down on the way. Lynch is in the backfield. They'll go ground. Lynch with an impressive run. What an effort by Marshawn Lynch on that carry.
We need a nickname for Marshawn Lynch. I don't know what it's going to be. Bull, Stallion.
The Beast?
The Beast. I like that. That's it. You don't you have that one already?
Yeah, I kind of.
You're the Beast.
I'm willing to give it to Marshawn.
Well, you're a good man. But Marshawn Lynch is so tough and so willing and so strong. Nice job.
Off the mark here as this throw heads out of bounds.
And the offense here in this one will be looking to put points on the board in bunches. Failing to complete that one, so second down here. Split backfield here. From the gun. Wilson's running away from the pressure. Incomplete as that ball sails out of bounds. Here's a look at the defensive starters and a good look at the secondary. A group that could be the difference in this game today. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 40. Miller's got it and a first.
That was a nice touch of class, no doubt about it. I guess that's something I wouldn't know much about, right, Jim? But he floated it over the defense, right into the receiver hands, and it picked up big yards.
Lynch is taking the handoff.
Brought down after a gain of 6. Second and 4 following the run.
Wilson's going to take it from the gun.
Throw to the left.
And there's a drop.
I know he has a lot of talent, but this has to be so frustrating to the quarterback and the coaches too. Because when you're wide open like that and drop that pass, that's tough to take.
The Seahawks take it from the 23. Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out.
Sometimes on the defensive side, hurrying the quarterback is just as good as sacking him. Because when you hurry him, he doesn't have time to think. He's probably not going to be as accurate, and they get the incompletion. Good job by the defense.
The offense still on the field here on 4th down, needing 4 to stay on the field.
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Wilson's back in shotgun formation.
This is going to set up a change of possession.
The Seahawks go for it on 4th down, and they do not get it done. Now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
Nickel formation for the defense here. First down at the 23. Handoff by Griffin. Can't find space, and this will be a loss of 1 on the play. As we get a look at the defensive starters, this secondary will certainly need to be on point here in the passing game.
Jackson's lined up in the slot.
And he's thrown to the ground.
The offensive coordinator's just got to make some adjustments here. They can't stop the defensive line from sacking the quarterback, so either keep the tight end in or keep the halfback in to help block for the QB.
3rd and a long way to go.
And he's going to be dropped for the sack. That's going to bring up 4th down after just a 3-play series.
Well, that's the quarterback's fault. My gosh. The safety, that's who he is supposed to look at all times when he's under center and when he drops back. He takes his eyes off of him, and what happens? Well, he gets sacked.
He's got a chance for a return. Gets about 9 on the play. First down here. Russell Wilson will take it from the gun.
Looking to go down the field here.
An near interception that time by Hall.
Just not a good decision by the quarterback. I mean, maybe on the sidelines they keep calling the wrong plays, but he's attacking the strength of this cover 2 defense. Don't do that. Throw where they're not. That's deep down the middle.
Lynch is in the backfield.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Off the mark. Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10.
Wilson set. Everybody emptied out for this snap. Gonna try and scramble now.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. The Seahawks call on the punting team. And it's a fake. They're running a fake. Almost intercepted.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Now 1st and 10.
Finds Reed. Dragged to the ground. Looks like he's still about a yard short of the first.
The Redskins coaching staff has done a good job of mixing things up today on 1st down. Run and pass. That time, the pass catches the defense off guard. They pick up solid yards. Now it's 2nd and short.
2nd and 1.
And Morris has got it on the handoff.
And they tackle him down at the 37-yard line.
The NFL, it's so hard in these known situations. 2nd down and short is a big running down in the NFL. The defense knew it. They took advantage of it and stopped the offense for no gain.
And that's Chancellor, who almost came away with a pick.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
Tough starting field position here. Quarters formation here for the defense.
Wilson's got it in the gun. Going for the deep ball. An near interception that time by Hall.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
Wilson's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
And they tackle him for a safety.